Hey, this is Randy Hoyle of News from the year 3045, brought to you by Tachyon Technology, faster than the speed of light. And our sponsor is Cosmos Harmony. Remember, you can find your true love in the galaxy with Cosmos Harmony. With breaking news, the remains of Dan Lell have been discovered on Mars. He was a part of the original three-man team that first colonized Mars in the 21st century. It was a one-way trip from Earth to Mars. They knew they would never see Earth again. Dan Lell was the oldest survivor of the team. He was 79 when radio contact was lost with him. He and the other two members paved the way for future colonization. Imagine being the first, knowing you're never going to see Earth again, you're never going to see family members again, you're stuck. You have to either live or die on Mars. And he lived to be 79, so he's pretty well successful at surviving. In fact, all of them died from old age. They say, he could maybe on Earth lived to have been 100, but on Mars there was more radiation that he had to deal with. So living to be 79 on Mars was a pretty good old age. But just imagine being the first, knowing you're never going to see Earth again. What courage it took. In other news, Josh Goldman, CEO of Nanotech, has come up with a unique idea. He's going to have himself cloned 5 times. Each clone will have his memories and experiences. Each clone will be sent to an outland off-world colony in the galaxy. The clones will be sent to 5 colonies to live and work. Josh says that if something should happen to Earth, the clones will continue his work in the galaxy. By doing this, his genes will live on. Well, that's one way of doing it. Of course, you have to remember, Josh makes a lot of money as CEO of Nanotech. I mean, since they developed the ability to retrieve souls from the past with their nanobots, the money has just been pouring in. People have been financing them left and right. So he can afford it. In other news, Professor Don Carpenter announced that they have successfully created a star. They created a star in sector 339-33925 of the galaxy. That area is known for a high concentration of hydrogen. The star has about the same intensity as our sun, Sol. Professor Carpenter says the next logical step is to gather space material, asteroids and such, to create an Earth-like planet to orbit the star. This, he says, is the logical step in human colonization of the galaxy. We can create our solar systems for human life to live. Who would have thought that possible, say a few hundred years ago, that we could create our own star systems for us to live? And why not? We have the technology. That's what it's all about, progressing human life in the galaxy. The universe is our home, and the earth is our throne. And that's the way it should be. Human life needs to expand throughout the galaxy and the universe. If you like my series 3045, there are other episodes you can see by searching Year 3045 on YouTube, or Year 35 Randy Hoyle, RENDYHOYLE on YouTube, or Randy Hoyle on YouTube for other videos dealing with humor, philosophy, and just silliness. Tell your friends about the videos. If you're interested in what this is all about, episode 13 of the Year 3045 explains what's going on. You can also find me on YouTube by searching Charlie Gorilla. That's one word, Charlie Gorilla. It's spelled the way it sounds. You also can search for my books. I'm a writer. You can search Randy Hoyle on Amazon.com and other book services. I have other books you might be interested in. I'm going to leave you with a blessing. May you always have the freedom to choose the path of reason. And when reason is not, may you have the wisdom to know it. And remember that Ayn Rand said that anyone who fights for the future lives it today. So fight for your future. Don't just dream. Work to make your dreams reality. It takes work. Make the effort. It's worthwhile. Have a good day.